Has your genealogy research ever stalled simply because you could not read the handwriting in the documents? Well, you are in luck today because I'm here to give you tips and tricks for deciphering that old handwriting when you are trying to find your ancestors. Hi, I'm Lisa Lisson with the blog Are You My Cousin? I help genealogy researchers lose the overwhelm in their research and start finding their ancestors. Now, I would love for you guys to hit subscribe button. You can find it on the bottom right-hand corner because I don't want you to miss any videos and any of those tips and tricks, the strategies that I bring to you here on my YouTube channel. Now let's talk about that old handwriting that's so hard to read. You know what I'm talking about. You found your ancestor mentioned in a deed, or maybe you found his estate records, but you're really struggling to get everything you need from that document, not because you don't understand what the document is, but simply because you're having so much trouble reading it. Well, I want to give you 6 tips that are going to help you be able to decipher that handwriting and be better prepared to fully analyze that record and what it means for your ancestor and your genealogy research. Now, the first tip is to simply read the document aloud. There's something about when you start to read aloud, you start to hear things said out loud. If you're reading phonetically, sometimes it will click better when you read it aloud than it will just reading it on the page. I think part of that too is it slows you down and really makes you focus on the words. Okay, the second tip is to learn what the abbreviations are. There are some very common abbreviations that you might find within record sets for particular areas. Now, the abbreviations may be unique to the area, the county, or the country that you are researching in, so it's important to understand what those are and what they mean. If you struggle with this, I would encourage you to reach out to other researchers in the area or simply talk to an archivist who specializes in those records. They can help you out with this tremendously and save you time and make sure you're more accurate with your reading of a document. Our third tip is to compare the letters and the words to other letters and words in the document. So maybe you're really struggling over a particular phrase or a particular word, and you think maybe, is that an L or is it an S or is it an E? You're not really sure. Look at other words that you do know for sure what they are in that document and compare those words, compare those letters to see if you can determine what the document creator's natural handwriting was and how they perhaps made a certain letter that is a little different than maybe others. So go back into that document, compare letters and words that you already know, and see if that will help to decipher that particular phrase. Here's another great tip, guys. This is number 4. Create an image of the document. So get a digital scan of it and then convert it to an image file, like a JPEG file or something of that nature. Then when you open it up on your computer, you can actually enlarge it and maybe be able to read it a little bit easier. The other thing could be you could put it into a photo editing software like VividPix, and I can link to that below. PicMonkey also works really well. I can put those links into the description below. And what you're able to do at that point is perhaps change the contrast, clean up the document a little bit. Autofix oftentimes will do a tremendous job for cleaning up a document and making it easier to read. So give that a try as well when you're struggling. Okay, our 5th tip is to have examples of maybe 19th century handwriting or alphabets beside you to reference because the script was different. You can find these really quite simply. Just go online, go to Google or your favorite search engine and just Google things like 19th century handwriting alphabet. And you'll find samples of these. So I just actually have those printed out for different periods in time, or maybe it's a different type of script, that then when I'm researching a document, I simply have that document close by that sample close at hand so I can compare the two and perhaps understand and start to read those letters a little bit easier. Saves a lot of time, just kind of a nice little reference material to have right there on your desk. Now, the last tip, number 6, guys, is very simple. It is practice, practice, practice. The more you read these documents that your ancestors are in, the more you work through reading that old handwriting, the way the phrase and understand the phrasing, get familiar with phrasing, how they made letters, you will start to be able to move through these documents easier. You'll be able to decipher what they say and be able to move through your analysis. It just does take practice, guys, and you will get better with it. Okay, so that's it for today, guys. Now, before you go, you would really make me a very happy genealogist if you would hit subscribe button so that you will not miss any new videos when I post them here on my YouTube channel. Okay, guys, have a great day and happy ancestor hunting. Bye.